So let's talk about snapshots. So at times there may be requirement that you need to store the historical information of the changes happening in a table, typically SCD type 2 information. So suppose an address that gets modified for a particular ID, if you also require to know what was the address before this and what was it valid until and when was it changed. So this type of information can also be stored in DBT using snapshots. So let's see how it's done. For this example, I'm going to create another table. So I'm going to create a table called sample model 5. Let's create this table and I'm going to insert 3 rows of data in there in this table, and then I'm going to tell like why my table is like this. So let's see what data we have in this table. So we have 3 rows and there is an updated act field in this table. So particularly to have snapshot, you need a unique ID, of course, and you need your table to have an updated add field. So whenever a record gets updated, this is also referred to by updated add field. So particularly in this example, you can see we know about this ID, what is the name, and when was it last updated. Also, to create snapshots, you must place the SQL model inside snapshot folder, and this is the default configuration, and you have to enclose it within snapshot and end snapshot tags. So that's it, and the rest of the things pretty simple. So right now, if you see here, my snapshot actually refers to sample model 5, this table in sample schema in our database. So now, as soon as I run this, let's see what happens. So dbt snapshot is the syntax you'll have to use. So whenever I'm running this, so a sample model table, which is sample.model6, which is the snapshot table, has been created. You can see the unique thing about this table is apart from these 3 fields, there is a dbt updated and dbt valid from valid to date as well. So it's pretty interesting now to see. So what happens if someone updates something? So suppose for ID1 I change the name, and of course if it's system generated, then the updated ad will also be changed. So let me just manually do that. So I'm just updating this table now. So I updated this table, and now if you see the data in this table, it has changed, right? So for 1 it's there and the date has also changed. Now what happens if you take a snapshot of this? Let's see. We'll again run a snapshot and then we'll see what type of information is stored. So ideally you should have the previous information as well. So now if I go over here and try to run this snapshot table, wow, so you can see for ID1 we have the previous information and when was it changed last, and the new information that got inserted, when has been inserted. So basically this 2 is the same time and it's valid from. So now if you make further changes, we'll have another row. So to achieve this, we can do it through dbt snapshot. So dbt snapshot is a very useful feature in dbt. Alright, so let's look at the tests. We'll see like how tests can be utilized to debug our code, to see where the problem is occurring, if any problem occurs. So we'll get that in the next lesson. Thank you so much.